Pictures.
Nobody's got pictures?
I got pictures. I'm good, Bernard.
No, I'm saying I don't have pictures.
Yeah.
If it even starts. Maybe it won't start and that'll be it.
Are we live?
I don't know. Are we?
It says live.
I don't know. My screen still says waiting for me.
Camera. I'm going to change it to camera.
Mine's live. Mine's live. It says in the corner.
Full definition. How do you get 1080p on yours?
Well, I pay for StreamYards. You got to remember that.
You must pay for the premium edition because...
Yes. Why, you want the codes? I can send you the codes.
No, it's fine. I pay something, but I guess I don't pay. You're streaming in 1080p.
Well, it's hard to make this look good.
Wig.
Is that the secret to your success?
Yeah, make it 1080p and hope people don't have their glasses on, I guess. So apparently we are live.
You should wear an old school hat there, Sparky.
Yeah. I only wear wigs and hats for super chats. That's it. Nothing goes on this precious hair of mine. Yeah, that's perfect, Bernard. We're used to looking at you like that. So
yeah, that's. I feel most comfortable like this.
Let's go, Blue Jays.
Hey, now they're not even in it yet, are they?
They're winning right now, 6-3.
Are they? So Bernard, where's your beer?
You know what? I'm out of beer. I had to go to the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, Lorne, where's your beer?
It's after the event.
We can kick you off, man.
The funny thing is, actually, I do have an amazing beer, but I'm saving it for Wednesday night because I go live this Wednesday in 2 days.
Yes, I do know that.
So I've got a whole fridge full of beer, but it's like I didn't know I was doing this event, or I would have got beer.
Oh, nobody ever knows. I didn't know. This is my second live stream today, believe it or not. I had Bernie from Bernie's Model Train show on earlier today to talk about his event, and now we've got you and Lorne on here to talk about September 16th and what's going on that day. So but we'll get to that shortly. Right now, like things that I'm doing, London Air Show. I know you guys are too busy to do that and stuff like that, but I love watching military jets and the sounds and the louder, the better. So September 10th, I'm doing that. The way their thing works for the keep saying train show now because I'm thinking trains, but for the air show is you buy a ticket for your car to get in and you can take up to 6 people. So far on Sunday, it's just me and my wife. So if anybody out there wants to join me to go to the London International Air Show, let me know by an email or send me a text or something and meet at my place at basically 8:30 in the morning and we're good to go. I can take up to 4 more people. So,
hey, Sparky.
Yo.
Can I share something?
Is it an airplane?
It is.
Okay.
Hey, hang on.
Do I have to let you share?
Let me figure out how to share this. This is the view from the mini prints. Here we go. Share screen. Facebook.
Yeah, I just looked in the chat right now, and people are putting planes up there.
You see that?
There you go. The Blue Angel.
There you go. Blue Angel. All right.
So when Amy and I first met, she took me down to the States because I loved air shows so much. And we saw the Blue Angels and the Snowbirds back to back. And I will tell you, the Snowbirds are awesome compared to the Blue Angels.
The Blue Angels were here 23 years ago. So I guess that must have been 23 years ago.
I think they've been there since then in Toronto. Pretty sure they were there like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
I think so. Well, before the pandemic, a couple of years before that. So airplanes, what did I get myself into? That's Cameron. Hot dog pilot in here, life with Roscoe. And we got Ronald, trackside Mike must be driving home and trying to watch this at the same time. We got Nora in the house, Kyle Stevens, Dave Hammer, nice to see you, bud. Look at all the blue people. And who else we got? Kyle Stevens, Jigok. I screw that name up all the time, so I'm just going to call you Jig. And Dwight Curley's in here, Wiggy Waggy, nice to see you. Wasn't quite first in here. Joe, Raider Black Rock Central. And that's saying hi to a few people that have popped in. Mike's HO Trains, good to see you. And Mr. Split Rock in the house. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm doing, guys. The second thing I'm doing is in September 16th. I'm hoping to get to OVR Trains to do the manufacturer meet and greet. Hence why you guys are here. You're both manufacturers, son of a bitch. So that should be a good time. Then in October, I think it's the second weekend, but I call it the first because I think October 1st is a Sunday or something. But great. Yeah, it's the Great Northeast Model Train Show. That's in Scranton, Pennsylvania. October 8th, door opens at 9 a.m. I will be hanging out there as an official, unofficial door meet and greet type guys, welcoming everybody into the place, taking your $5 and probably running back across the border. And the very last thing I'm doing again this year is Timonium in October. That is the 14th and 15th. Can't wait. I already got my room booked for that one. That's a Maryland State Fairgrounds. So that's what I'm going to be up to. Now, pretty sure September 16th, these two guys here are booked. Lorne, if you want to let us know what's going to happen on September 16th. Is it a meet and greet, a manufacturer's thing? Is it a train show, train sale? Should I bring money?
Bring money. Bring a lot of money and more money. And bring a credit card.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is our third annual. That's right, third annual. First year started in 21 of our OVR manufacturers pop-up event. And originally it started in 2021 as a way of helping out the manufacturers in Ontario that can't travel to train shows. So our first year we had Mini Prince Bernard, we had ITLA Nick and Renee, we had Rapido, we had Sylvan, and we had Aurora. And since then we have expanded, and now
he knows I can hit him, right?
We are up to. So for this year coming up, and I will throw the flyer up in a second. We're up to 13 manufacturers, 2 book authors, and 2 organizations are coming. So it's like a manufacturer's event. It's like a trade show. It's like everything. And it's really a great day to get out and see the manufacturers. It's a great day to get out and see what's coming new. And, going forward, also lets people in the YouTube community and the Facebook and modeling community, as well as people in the Southwestern and Southern Ontario, Western New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan. It's a great event. It's well worth the drive. I know there's several Americans and internationals that are planning to come. I know pretty well every manufacturer that's attending are going to have announcements that day of either product announced that day or updated brand new samples.
Now, Lorne, what do you mean?
You can't get a better day than that.
What do you mean they're announcing stuff, Lorne? Like they do that at Springfield or they do that at the NMRA convention. Like how much more stuff can they reveal? Putting them on the spot,
I'm looking at my list here. Looking like at least 6 to 10 announcements for the day.
Holy jumping.
That's a pretty big day.
So this is also kind of like a YouTube meet and greet too, though, right? Like didn't Go Via or Go Home kind of organize what's known as the meet and greet around this event? Or
so originally the 01 event was kind of the YouTubers in Ontario, they came. And then last year we had the event in June, which was the YouTube Mothers Meetup, which happened at OVR. And there was about 50 or so YouTubers for the day. This year, it's a combination of things. You've got the NMRA, Canada WOD, Niagara Division people are going to be there. They're going to have their modelers corner. You're going to have the AML Nation there with the AML. You have the YouTube modelers. It's the whole modeling community in essence.
So when you say NMRA, can people sign up to join?
There will be people there that will be doing membership campaign. They'll also be doing their learning layout as well as upcoming NMRA events they're doing. So the NMRA Canada, the WOD division will be there, and they're going to have a table plus their traveling layout. different people in the industry, and there's numerous YouTube guys I know that are planning on filming for that day, interviewing people. I know there'll be a couple guys getting recorded for different podcasts and audio podcasts. So it's really a day of the community, people in the hobby, people in the industry, and a lot of movers and shakers, as you say.
Do we got Gordy coming?
I'm pretty sure he's stuck in England.
But
I know
may not be in England, but
I know we will probably have the brand new NMRA director of large, Bruce Wilson, will be there. So that's huge in itself. All the NMRA WOD people will be there. George Duca, who's recently in RMC books. Kevin Allen, who's done Morning Sun books. Why don't I just throw the flyer up and we can kind of walk through who's going to be there and what we kind of expect for the day. This is bigger than the first time you come, eh, Bernard?
What's that?
This is like 3 times the size when we first had it.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge and it's spectacular.
We'll throw that flyer up and we'll talk about it a bit.
Yep.
And you better not tell the folks in the Orkneys that they're in England, because
yeah, no kidding, eh?
Yeah, seriously. You're gonna have a whole bunch of men in kilts coming to your store, and they're gonna be like taking all the aisles and smashing all the shelves.
Okay, so you got a picture you want to bring up there? There you go. Damn.
Whoa. Meet George.
Oh, need glasses.
So, obviously we have Rapido trains. They have 2 tables. They're going to have brand new samples of their C630-7s.
Sorry, Lorne.
Yes.
Who is that?
Rapido.
Your fast track to model railroading fun?
You guys got to stop. That is everywhere on the internet right now.
It could be N. It could be HO.
Your fast track is Rapido.
Oh, yeah. So we've got Rapido. They have 2 tables.
Your fast track to model railroading fun?
That's right. They'll have 2 tables.
Let them talk, Bernard. Let them talk.
They're going to have samples of the C630-7, the D10s, which would be the production ones in transit, RS18Us, M420s, N-scale center beams, GP9, CN chop nose, and the slug samples, plus a couple other things they possibly can announce. The tunners will be there. It's going to be awesome. And then beside Rapido is going to be Kevin Holland, who is the author of the Rapido Temple book and the Via Rail 40-year book. There are Kevin is also an author for Morning Sun, so that'll be there. First question I see: can we attend it virtually? We will be doing live look-ins and announcements through the day. And we'll keep everybody posted and up to date, as well as what's going on. So don't worry. We'll, between the Mini Print channel, the OVR, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as different guys, will be well covered that day. Moving down, we have Bowser. Bowser will be there showing upcoming models of their RS3s and their SD40s, as well as a couple announcements they're planning on announcing for the day. Our good friend Claire Gilbert from Sylvan Scale Models, a longtime friend of mine, he will be there. He will have 4 new vehicles on display, as well as his vehicles, his boats, and his cars. Really awesome guy to talk to. You can get lost in a story with him, can't you, Bernard?
Oh boy.
You really can. That's a great day. George from Soundtracks will be there. Goalie George. It's awesome to see. I know Bernard and I are good friends with George, and we like George a lot.
George is coming up?
He is.
Wow.
Yeah. Ben from Aurora will be there. He will have updates on new locomotives they're working on, new freight cars, as well as upcoming samples. So he'll have a booth there.
Now, just to interrupt you for a second, Lorne, like you're saying, Americans are going to be up for this because it is going to be a pretty big event. I just want to throw this out there that for an American to come up to Canada, if you don't have a passport, all you need is photo ID and your original birth certificate, or your birth certificate, period. They'll let you across. So,
or the enhanced driver's license too,
which is the same as a passport anyway. But
yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there. If any Americans don't have a passport and want to come up there, a lot of people are under the misconception that to make it to Canada, you have to have a passport, and you guys don't. Now, for me to go to the States, I have to have a passport. So
double check with your authorities, because we do not offer legal advice on Sparky's channel.
Please call Canadian CBS. Yeah. So please call Canadian CBSA on their toll-free number, and they'll gladly walk you through what is required at a land border crossing, whether you're going at Windsor, Port Huron, or Buffalo, or Niagara.
Right.
Okay.
Which I did 3 days ago. So that's what they said.
So the next one we have Bernard. Bernard has an office that he will be scanning in. So he'll have his own mini print hut, which will be very cool. And we're planning a special scanning that day. I think Bernard are thinking of a crazy idea for something for me for the day, or Izzy, or my wife, or one of my girls, or something special. We have plans. That's going to be kind of like, I think we're working on that, aren't we, Bernard?
We are, and you can sign up if anyone wants a scan. You can sign up at miniprints.com/OVR, and there is a sign up page. There are only 12 spots, so I don't know if anyone wants a scan, but if they do, they're limited. And every time I've ever offered a scanning session, it's always sold out. So miniprints.com/OVR if you want to pre-book, and I'm guessing they'll probably go quickly.
I think, yeah, I know there's a few guys that I'm going to direct the link to do that. So, yeah, we want to have people that are coming to the show. If you want to get scanned, let's get them scanned. If you want to bring some special clothes or attire or a tool or something, I mean, you've had lightsabers, you've had knights, you've had construction workers, you've had railroad people, you've had, cosplay people. I mean, you scan pretty much everybody, haven't you, Bernard?
Yeah, just email me first, because the scanner hates things that are black and shiny. So it's always good to have a chat about what works and what doesn't work.
So I'm just seeing James Regier here in the chat, and I think you guys went to St. Louis, right?
Yep.
So I think James Regier and his clan should head on down. I think it's only a 5-hour drive from them.
About 12 and a half hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say, nice try.
Come on, guys, help me out.
So Bernard's going to be there, as well as he'll have his dioramas, as well as any upcoming figurine sets that are soon coming out, as well as some of his classics. So definitely check.
I'm working on an announcement for you, Lorne.
So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there might be something new to announce, so I'm working on it.
The next one is we're going to have Intermountain Railway. They're back for a second year this year, guys. All the way from Longmont, Colorado. Chris Palmaris, recently with Intermountain, he will be there showing off recent Intermountain samples. There'll be an Intermountain promotion for the day, as well as what's coming new HO and N scale. So really, really cool that Intermountain's coming back for a second year. Means a lot to me. I can't say enough about our good friends Nick and Renee at ITLA. I've known Nick and Renee now for close to 20 years. Longtime friend of ours and of the family. They will be there. They will have product available for sale direct. They will have samples on hand, as well as they're going to have announcements for the day. And maybe Nick will share a story or two about one of his recent custom builds he keeps working on that are beautiful and exotic, aren't they, Bernard?
I've used the same washroom as Sir Rod.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was hoping there would be a plaque, but when I went over, I saw Nick's layout for the first time on my way down to St. Louis. I stopped by his house, which is lovely, and there's this like boxcar on his layout, and his layout is like magazine worthy. It really is a great layout, and there's this boxcar on his layout, and it's got fingerprints all over it. I'm sure he's sprayed a coat of dull coat on it, because he's like, see those fingerprints? I'm about to touch a boxcar. He's like, don't touch the boxcar, because they're Sir Rod's fingerprints, right? Because Rod goes over, and the first thing he does is he goes and starts like checking out Nick's track work and moving the boxcar. So I got pictures of the fingerprints on the boxcar, and that's the closest I'm going to get to fame.
So we have Manny recently from ESU. He will be here. He's coming up with Bowser. So ESU will be here to show recent stuff, upcoming new sounds, as well as other stuff. So really, that's cool. A Modeler's Life will be there. So I know the AML Nation will be out throughout the day in the crowd. And they'll be recording different stuff for the podcast for future episodes. So check them out or say hi or say, hey, you know what? I heard you on the podcast. I know they love to hear that feedback. As I mentioned, the NMRA Canada will be there as well. A couple other additions that are not on the flyer, but I will note. George Duca, who is a well-respected modeler in the southwestern Ontario. He will be there signing his recent book on modeling the White River subdivision. And we might have one or two more historical societies. I'm just figuring out the spates. I see you've asked a couple good questions there, Bernard. Is there rail fanning opportunities? Well, we are 25 minutes to the CN main line in Ingersoll. We are 32 minutes to the CP main line at Zora. We have short line opportunities both coming into Tillsonburg at Salford with Ontario Southland and their electric equipment, whether it's Jeep 7s, Jeep 9s, F units, Elcos, or other. We also have Geo Rail in town, which has GP9, as well as a tank farm and a salt bagging operation. So there's opportunity around town. If you're thinking about bringing your spouse or significant other, there's events in the area for them, whether they want to go to Coils on the way down through Tillsonburg or go out to the wineries south of town or out to the Barn Teak. So there's a lot. It's a day where you shouldn't feel pressed to leave, and you should really enjoy it because outside of an event like this, guys, you're going to go to Springfield to get these many manufacturers in one building in one day.
Well, it's definitely rare to see these guys come up to Canada. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Bowser and Soundtracks and Intermountain and ESU at a Canadian event.
I've done well to get them here.
Yeah. I mean, they don't come up for the shows, so you've really done well to get them here.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of things for us to jump through being like you guys being manufacturers to sell down in the States, hence why you just don't. And I believe it's like twice as bad for them to come up here. So understandable across the board, I guess.
Included with that day, we have music planned for the event. We have Walter Osnak, also known as the Polka King. He will be playing during the day from about 11 to 2:30. So definitely check him out if you like the polka. We'll have some food options on site, basic pizza and a pop if anyone looking for lunch, as well as there's food options through the town. And then this is a real big kickoff event for the OVR. So originally, Sparky, you remember back in the first year you had it, you interviewed Andrew Duns, and he was kind of walking through how we first started off the genesis of all these models of our first 3D printed test car. Well, the second year we announced the official car, which was the NSC 6400, which is pretty well everywhere in the system of modern layouts. Really is. A lot of guys have those cars all over North America. And this year we are planning a couple of new announcements as well as some future stuff we're working on. So there's a lot of things coming.
So Trackside Mike just threw it in the chat, and this question's been sitting in my mind too. I heard there was going to be a cannon there, and Go Via or Go Home is going to get shot out of it.
So originally, last year, the event humbled me, and I was so proud of what we were able to achieve. Both my staff, both the manufacturers attended, as well as the phenomenal turnout from the crowd. It was awesome. And they said, what are you going to do to top it up? And I said, we're going to get a cannon and go Super Dave style. And unfortunately, a cannon requires too many permits, I found out, even for a static cannon. I'm not going to lie. To bring a military style cannon, you need like 3 permits. And yeah.
Well, you still got a couple weeks to work on that, right?
So the cannon will be there in spirit. I see a couple guys are asking, where can we find the flyer? Well, you can first find the flyer at ovrtrains.com, or you can find it on Facebook at OVR, or on facebook.com/OVRtrains. As Roger Coleman put it, this is where everyone is. This is one of the events in North America now until Springfield. To get these many manufacturers in a building for one day is amazing. A couple other things that we're working on. We're working on having a small couple RPM tables for show and tell, bring and brag style. So we've encouraged some of our local modder friends to bring some of their recent weathering and other models with them, and really highlight the day and what we can do.
Hey, Lorne.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lorne, what are the hours?
So the event will start at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And we've advertised we'll go to 5, but the buildings will be open till 6. And if there's still a crowd and there's still people interested, we will go till 6.
And I had something to say and I forgot what it was.
Are you coming, Sparky?
I am hoping to make it. At work, got pushed 2 more weeks. So it's probably going to be the weekend that we actually start doing the next major job that's a year-long job. So my fingers are crossed that it gets pushed yet another week. So,
Well, tell us where the job is, and we can get the site shut down.
it's in Burlington. It's the biggest yard in Ontario. So,
Is that Izzy?
If you want to say hi now.
Oh, we gotta go full screen on Izzy.
I gotta remember how to do that.
Here, hold on. You want to tell them about the event?
Hi, Izzy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll see Bernard and everybody on the 16th, right?
Yeah.
I'll bring my spray gun.
She has a mini fart gun and spray gun now, Bernard.
I see that. Is that because of me? Did I
It
do
is.
that?
It is.
You're welcome, Lorne.
I know.
And of course, with Mini Prince being here now, you're going to be doing some scanning in there. Somebody did ask, does Bernard ever do anything or go anywhere without doing scanning?
It's kind of a fun thing. It's easy to bring with me because we're about 2 hours away from each other, Lorne, tops.
Yeah.
So I'll throw it in the car. Why not? I mean, if people want to get scanned, if no one signs up, I won't bring it. If people want to get scanned, I'll bring it.
Oh, I'm sure a few people walking around will say, "Hey, Bernard, do you got time?"
Yeah.
Not that ever happens at the shows that I've been to with you, but
I'm just working my way through the Texas scans right now.
that's the thing. You go away to do the scans, you come back, you're swamped until the next time. So,
Yeah, exactly.
So when the next one's California, isn't it?
No, the next scanning for sure after Lorne is Springfield.
Oh, I meant the next NMRA.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's California, isn't it?
Yeah. Long Beach.
Yeah.
Although, NMRA's always got local
Florida.
meets. I mean, I think Cannonball Express is coming up. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening. But the next one I'll be at will be Springfield.
And I hope to make it. The thing with Springfield is the time of year. Just getting there was like, even last year going down there was one hell of a drive, as you know. The trip back
I may or may not have timed it perfectly with the blizzard.
Yeah.
Although, the weather there once we got there was beautiful.
And that's the thing, that our trip back was amazing. You would think it was summertime when we came back.
Well, it was summertime when we were down there, that's for sure.
Yeah. Think train, or see tracks, think train, right?
Oh, man. I will never forget that.
So I have a video out on my channel that says exactly that. And then I turn around, I've got the big unit behind me when I went down to see Alex.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. You're standing in the middle of the tracks.
Yeah. Well, I know it wasn't moving. It was running and everything else. But the only thing we didn't do right on that thing was have him hit the horn when I was standing there and I turned around. That would have been awesome. So
you probably would have jumped out of your pants.
I probably would have dropped the phone for sure. But even in that video, when I turned around with the camera, like I said, that locomotive was running and I was 15 feet from it, and in the video you cannot hear that train, and it was an Elko. So I know a couple of people did leave comments saying, "Oh, it's an Elko, you'd hear that coming." Well, you don't hear it in my video. So yeah,
Trains are surprisingly stealthy and quiet for such big, noisy things.
they are, especially when you're in front of them. When you're off to the side, they're very loud for sure. So Lorne's going through the pictures of the store, and again, looks packed.
Just trying to give everyone a perception. So this Thursday, Friday, I have to pick up the import and refill for the month. So the store will be packed, more packed than this. So that'll cover all recent arrivals, special orders, pre-orders, you name it. So we'll have everything that your heart desire will want there. It really is an awesome day. It's the one day outside of Springfield that I look forward to in the entire modeling and business year. I get to see a lot of people, touch base with a lot of people. Get to spend a great day with my staff. Spend a great day with my family, my modeling family friends. So, it's a really happy day for me.
That's the day I really want to touch on that part for right now for September 16th, because basically 3 of us are on YouTube, 2 of you are on Facebook. YouTube meet and greet type thing. How many people do you think, or do you know, are actually going to attend the event?
At least
we got Trackside Mike, we got myself, hopefully, Bernard, yourself, Chris from Go Via Go Home, M&M Rails, I believe, is showing up.
DCC
James,
Doug.
Yep. DCC Forever.
DC Forever. DC Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, DC Forever. 401, I think it is, or 301. Yeah, I just butchered his name. I know it. Who else is there? James from Dundas is coming. I believe Peter wants to make it. And then we got Sean Pennywise trying to make it. That's what I know. Any feelers out for who you know is coming? Like you say, Americans, so we know we've got Dave coming from Crooked River and Eastern. We got Wigwag coming from Wiggy Waggy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure those two, like I said, they don't need a passport forever to come over. There he is, Forever DC 302. So just throwing that out there too, guys, that it's basically a great place to meet YouTube guys, personalities, get pictures, videos, all kinds of things. Like the store is packed full, lots of manufacturers to meet, but it's all about the people, right? People make this hobby what it is. So you get to meet all these people. That's even better. Anyway, sorry, interrupt you.
YouTubers that I know, other than the ones you mentioned, that's about it. Now, I know from what have reached out to me or had called and talked to the girls, there is numerous U.S. clubs in Western New York, right between Northeast all the way to Buffalo and a little bit into the interior of New York and Pennsylvania that are coming. I know there's a couple Detroit and Michigan clubs that are coming. It's one of those situations where either you come to this or you go to Springfield. I know the hotel, so if anyone's looking to book, Howard Johnson in Tilsonburg has a block, as well as the Best Western and the Econo Lodge in Simcoe have a block, and I know some of them have already had some of their block taken. So with the fact that some of the block has already been booked, tells me there is internationals coming, which is great. I'm going to be there as soon as I wake up that morning, and I will be there as late as I have to be, no matter what. Last year, Bernard, I think we left at 7:30. We were still going after 6. We had the presentation from Frank, and then there were still people that were shopping, and we closed the door up at 7:45.
Oh yeah, and I mean, didn't we also, was it last year that we escaped and went to see that awesome locomotive?
That was the YouTube meetup in June.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
There's definitely stuff to see.
So Ontario Southland Railway, do you have anything set up with them that people can go out there later on, kind of walk around the yard?
My plan is I need to talk with Brad, but I'm hoping that they have someone around the shop on the Saturday, and if someone wants to come out for a shop tour, they can. We had thought about a shop tour on the Sunday, but it's only going to be a situation of how many American manufacturers are still carrying over for another day. But no, that's the plan. The plan is, that's the opportunity. And like a Wigpeg put it, we are booking everything we can. I have made sure that the stock is as full of inventory as possible. I have all my staff booked for the day. We've added a couple additional checkouts. We're going to do everything we can to make the modelers happy.
Well, you're saying you added a couple checkouts. Didn't you add a whole another room?
Basically.
Or beside you, you've got that this time. So maybe doubles your presentation spot, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Did you say Howard Johnson or Holiday Inn?
Howard Johnson. So Howard Johnson is the first option in Spring if you want to be in town.
Okay.
The next option is hotel or Holiday Inn, which is in Brantford if you're coming that way.
Okay.
That's the next option. And if you're coming via Niagara Falls or Buffalo, the other options are Best Western and Simcoe, or the Econo Lodge in Simcoe. Or if you're coming off of Windsor or Sarnia, the other option is Comfort Inn in Ingersoll.
Okay, so I've just put the I found the Wyndham.
Yep.
Howard Johnson. I put the link in there, but do you have this written down anywhere so people can, like, is it on a website
it's on the website. I'm going to be posting the how-to stuff and probably tonight once I'm done.
Okay, awesome. So then if people are driving in, there is a place for them to stay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And Americans get 30% off.
32.5 almost. even with the credit card. So right now it's $1.37. So if they were to buy something Canadian, they would be getting right around a 34% reduction.
As opposed to when I was in Texas and it was going the other way.
I know. Everything's bigger.
It really is a good deal. I mean, I'm surprised more Americans aren't coming up here because everything is 30% off. Yeah, I mean, gas might be a bit more expensive and food can be a bit more expensive. But when you put the 30% plus, they're still further ahead.
I think Lorne's already got rock bottom prices. Like, no matter where you shop, Lorne's got the lowest price. Even if I go to some of the state stores and stuff like that, like in the States, Lorne's still got the better price by usually a couple bucks. So do the exchange rate and do that. Bob's your uncle, man.
Yep. So I got a few more pictures to highlight. So this is the SD60F, which is the one that Aurora brought out from Ben. He'll be having updates on the project as well as future runs. So that's one to look for. Let's go to the next picture I have. As you guys remember, last year we launched this car at our event, which is the 6400. You can never have enough AIM scrap cars, can you, Sparky?
Nope, I got way too many as it is.
I'll be giving updates on them at the show, as well as all the production samples we'll be showing for the 6000. So they are shipping late this week, which is great. So that's huge. The pipe car is shipping at the end of the week, which is huge. So we're going to have those on hand. There's the scrap or the trash loads that Hilda came up with, Sparky, which is really cool with how she's got the cribbing on there.
I did do a live stream on highlighting those. So
they are heavy, but that's just how the detail works. She is working on doing a lighter version in future runs. So
I just got to say, like the yard I work in, the hydro yard, has 3 main lines for CN that goes right past it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care where you are in this area, you're going to see these scrap load and scrap cars going by. Yeah. And the pipe load cars that you're talking about, where I work, I've actually seen gone by about 4 or 5 times in the span of 2 months. So they're out there, and these scrap cars are on every train. So my little plug for them, you got to have them.
So I see there's a couple of questions in the chat. First one from Roger Coleman. Where's the 6,000? They're shipping at end of week. We should see them middle to end of October. Mike HO Trains, when we'll be able to pipe car, you can pre-order the pipe car right up until they arrive, and they'll be arriving with the 6,000 to the middle of the end of October. To answer Crooked River East, the best option actually is to use your credit card. Our terminals will let you use either Canadian dollar charge or US dollar charge, which is great. We implemented that option a couple of years back, and it actually really gives flexibility to the consumer. So if their card is US, they can be charged in US, or if they have a Canadian card, they can be charged in Canadian. That's one of the best ways to go about it. To answer Sean Carney's question, is there a chance we'll see some 60 Aries car from OVR? Not at this event, but look for other manufacturers to have 60s Aries cars announced. Dave the Hammer price match. We'd have to see what the items are to determine what the price matching would be.
But I'm going to say price matching, you're pretty much guaranteed better price at OVR.
So that's just an example of one. There's the Oak Ridge one with the construction load. Again, we did 2 loads. We did a trash, a scrap, and then we did the garbage one. We have 3 brand new loads that will be launching that day, guys. So we're going to have a baled, a shredded, and a sheared scrap load. Yep, there's the trash one right there in Sparky's hand. And then we got a couple other things that we might be announcing. This one I've been teasing for a while. So we might see some update on that one. This one will be out at the end of the year. That's the Norfolk and Western Canadian Operation Caboose. That's an Atlas run that we did. It'll be available end of the year. So I know some guys are looking forward to that one. We'll have updates on all 3 of these cars that we teased or coming soon announcement at the St. Louis RPM. So we'll have updates on all 3 projects, as well as which ones will be formally announced with pre-order options. And then we'll be talking about some future new paint schemes on the 64s and 6000s that'll be coming down the road. And I like that blue, don't you, Sparky?
Oh, I do, for sure.
Yeah. I know you like your big blue. So yeah, that's really the essence. Another example of some of the local stuff we do. This is a Trillium unit. We'll have these on display. They're going to be available at the end of September, early October, and that's the Trillium 1 and the Black Dab. Again, it's a St. Thomas, Tillsonburg, regionalized one now in Niagara. We have 1859 and 1842 in the Trillium. So yeah, there'll be a lot of really big class ones, fallen flags, as well as short lines on display from all the manufacturers there. It really...
Just got to say thanks to Trackside Mike. Kind of went by in the chat and I missed it. So
thanks, Trackside Mike. We got to get Sparky to wig out more often.
Yeah, I got like 28 wigs. Let's go.
Are you bringing any to the day there, Sparky?
Oh, gee, how would I get a super chat while I'm there?
You could.
Yeah.
You better have a couple of the. You better have a couple in the duffel bag.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, I usually do take wigs to most of the events I go to. So
I think another thing that we're overlooking, Bernard, is because this is such an intimate regional event, this also gives the individual customer and modeler the opportunity to really talk with the manufacturer on a more direct basis. Like, you can really, really, really get that time. Don't you agree, Bernard?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a really nice vibe. It's big in terms of you get all the people there, but it's small in terms of it's going to see a great band in like an intimate venue. You know, you get close and personal. You get right up to the stage.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think. I mean, the last 2 years, you've had such a great turnout. The last 2 years. I mean, I think this thing kind of sells itself. People know it's a great event.
And Grandpa Rails, thanks very much, buddy. You got the Alex Brockway green vig. That's the thing with these wigs. I actually got people that'll buy them and send them to me to wear. So Lorne's done. You want me to bring these, do you?
No, because if Izzy hears that you wear wigs for money, she'll probably take the money in my wallet and you'll be wearing wigs all day.
I have to bring a couple more now.
We haven't scanned Sparky in a wig yet.
That's
we
true.
haven't.
No. No, it's a great event. Definitely. I mean, I loved hanging out and chatting with the manufacturers because, like you said, you can strike up a conversation, actually have a decent conversation, with people, because it is, it's a busy event, but it's kind of casual at the same time.
So I see there's a couple questions. Going back, the RS18U Trillium I just showed, that's actually a OVR exclusive through Rapido. And I see a question from Andrew Pohl about the OSRs. The OSR RS18Us, they will be out at the end of September, early October. And the OSR M420s, probably around April, May of next year. And the other thing that's really big this year, guys, it's our 20th year in business, which is huge.
How many years in Tilsonburg?
4.5.
Did you ever find a replacement piece of glass for the one I broke?
No.
Can I help you move again?
Yes, of course.
Damn. I thought I had you on a no there.
So you said it's 20 years, Lorne?
20 years of Otter Valley's existed. 4.5 in Tilsonburg, and actually it's 4 years in Tilsonburg, and just over 4+ years of my ownership, and 20 years as family owned.
So that begs the question: is there going to be cake?
Probably cupcakes or cookies of some sort.
That counts. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you'll get people for that for sure. I mean, everyone loves a good cake, cupcake, or cookie.
Yeah.
Just remember, you're not allowed to put candles on it anymore and blow them out.
Why is that?
Oh, that was that whole showstopper thing, right?
Fire code. Yeah.
I guess if it's a cupcake, you can. You're blowing out your own candle.
You blow out your own individual. That's right.
You can't share afterwards, though. Oh man.
So really, it's just really one of those days where, you know what, you get to shop at one of the biggest shops in Canada. You get to see some of the biggest manufacturers in the industry on an intimate level at the same time. Like, as Bernard described it, it's like hearing a really good band in a small, intricate venue, and you go away saying, I like that. I like that a lot.
Springfield's a stadium show. You are like, you're like a cool club.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's a highlight show.
The big guys still like playing the small, intimate clubs because it's got that more intimate feel to it.
Totally.
And it's got that more like hands-on approach. But no, we have that. So we'll have my speeder on display. We have Walter playing. We're going to do like a pizza and pop kind of deal for people that want to have food there. I wasn't able to get a food truck. Unfortunately, there's another airport or flight show on. Surprisingly, Sparky, it's like the season of flying shows right now.
I think St. Thomas has theirs the next weekend. So
Tilsonburg.
Really?
Tilsonburg has the Wheels and Wings show.
Oh, nice.
So
they'll have the Harvards up. Oh, you should have told me that.
They'll have planes going overhead the shop, which will be cool. That'll be really cool. So we'll have Walter. We have the speeder. The store will be well packed with inventory, so lots of selection. So no one should be going home disappointed from shopping. The great manufacturers will be there. The book authors, and there might be one more surprise.
So I was really hoping Go Via or Go Home could pop on for 5 minutes to kind of talk about the YouTube side of it and his perspective of this whole manufacturer meet and greet. But Bernard, you've been there a couple times. When you get to this show and you've been to Springfield, Dallas, Colorado, go through it. Like, what's your feeling when you go to this show at OVR?
It feels like family. It feels very friendly. It's definitely, I mean, you have more inventory on your shelves than anyone I've seen, Lorne. Like, I mean, I don't think I've been to a hobby shop that has that much inventory. Like, I can't think of one that I've been to. Certainly none in Canada. And I'm trying to think. I haven't. No, I mean, I mean, you've got a lot of stuff packed high and packed deep. But I think, I mean, the fun for me is always connecting with people. You know, it's sort of meeting people, and I mean, you know, you see a lot of. I mean, last year was really well attended, so there were a lot of people that I had met online that I had not met in person, and that's always the fun thing too. It's like, oh yeah, I know you, but you know, it's like you see people online, but this is an excuse to get together and see them in person for real. You know, you can walk up to Sparky and poke him and see if he's real.
And I've had that happen a couple times. So
No, I mean, it's really fun. It's really fun to sort of connect. I mean, if George is coming, which I've just heard tonight, which is fantastic. I mean, you got to meet George. George is a lot of fun.
yeah, George and I
mean,
have talked through the years over the internet, but that's it. I've never actually met him in person. He's another guy that I would think I would know, but I have never met. So,
and see, that to me is what this thing's all about. I mean, there's definitely, you know, the inventory, and I mean, you're definitely going to want to bring your wallet. And I mean, I have a few things that I might need to buy, Lorne. So I'll warn you in advance. I'll probably now. Do you want people to buy in advance and pick up on the day, or do you want people to buy on the day, or how do you want people to do it?
They can do whatever they want. They want to have prepaid. They want to do counter. We're going to be going full tilt all day, and I would love people to take their time to browse. I would love to take time for people to do some shopping in advance. They're welcome to do anything.
Okay, I
can do
have
a multitude.
a few things that I've been thinking about, so
Yep.
I'll get on and take a look.
I would say shop in advance first, get it in your cart, buy it, pick it up.
Yeah,
But it's guaranteed when you're there, you're going to go shopping. Come on.
yeah, oh yeah.
You cannot walk into OVR trains and
No.
not walk down the aisles and go, yep, I need that. Yep, I want that.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I'll be taking that. So
I walked out with a couple of Rapido, your fast track to model railroading fun, stainless steel the Bud cars to build my Canadian consist last time. So yeah. So I mean, between the shopping, the fact that you can get scanned, the fact that there will be shenanigans because you know Lorne has already promised shenanigans. The fact that you know you get to meet people, and you got to come just to meet George if you've never met George.
Yep.
Gosh, I mean, it's going to be hard to pack all that into one day.
and there's no tumbleweeds. So
that's honestly why, I mean, you guys look forward to it, and it's one of those things where, you know, I get up and it's a rise and grind, and it's, you know, it's a day with the community, it's a day with the modelers, it's a day with the manufacturers, it's everything for why we're in this hobby.
Yeah.
So for Lorne, how do you keep up with that day? Like I kind of went through a few things with Bernie this morning, and he said the same thing. It's about the people, but being at the event that you're putting on, how do you take the time for the people and the store and the manufacturers? Like, you got like a little sweatband on 24/7 or what?
I work the rooms, I work the people, I kiss the babies, shake the hands, say hello, answer the questions, you know, do everything that's needed of me, fix the problems if there's problems, you know, whatever we have to do, we do.
So what's the biggest thing you look forward to during this event?
The energy of my girls, the shop.
Yeah, I think they want to kill you the next day, but
They do, but I'm going to say something, and I want you two to think about this.
I know the girls really well. So.
This is like the kickoff event for us, where it puts a lot of energy on the upcoming modeling season. It gets, I mean, you look at the list. You got amazing kits from ITLA that should inspire you to keep building. You got amazing models coming out from Rapido that are coming up that you'll be interested in. You'll want to see the new paint schemes. You got Bowser. When is the last time Bowser's come to Canada? A long time. They make awesome models for Canada. ESU. When's the last time ESU's been in Canada? You know, you want to get into DCC. You want to get into making your own custom sound. You want to learn that. You have that there. Sylvan, who's been one of the biggest players in resin and kits for years. Hey, you want to learn how to make a boat, or hey, you want to learn how to do a car, or how he makes patterns. You can't get away from Claire without a story. You can't.
Yeah.
Another up and coming riser is Ben from Aurora, a young guy that started out in the last couple of years. It's really pushing the boundaries. I can't say enough about our good friend Bernard. I think Bernard is revolutionizing the hobby on a 187 and a figurine style, and really adding that element to the scene. He's helping make the scene have more depth, have more breadth, come alive.
So we've been doing the mini prints or mini me's over here, and I say we just because I don't know. I have been part of it, but it's all Bernard. But almost 2 years now, Bernard, doing the mini me's.
Yeah.
And I was just watching Jenny Kirk last week, and they finally announced over in the UK that they're doing mini me's, and she was one of the very first ones that they've printed off.
Mini me's.
2 years that you've been doing this,
Yeah.
and they finally got it. And they're not calling it mini me's; they're calling it something else. But that's what I know them from, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you've been right
Well,
out
and
there.
you
Go
know
ahead.
that I don't know if you guys know, but and I'll have it with me. Hey, there's a picture. I'll have my new mini sounds talking outhouse with me. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm doing a little something with you. You mentioned Nick at ITLA. Well, Nick at ITLA, where is it? I think I have it kicking around here.
Don't you worry, Bernard. There's a municipal waste facility down the road, so don't worry. We'll leave the light on for that.
Yeah, so Nick at ITLA made me this beautiful laser cut wooden outhouse. And then I, of course, had to scan someone with their pants down around their knees. And then my fine friends at Iowa Scaled Engineering put together a custom sound card. So I'm launching a new product called Mini Sounds, and I'll have the talking outhouse with me to show people. And it's kind of a, it's like you said, Lorne, it's like, it's not just a 3D print. It's like a scene that you can put on your layout. And it's kind of inappropriate. So, appropriately inappropriate. So.
And go Veer, go home still in the chat. So get up here for 5 minutes, bud.
Come on, Chris.
I sent you the link. I know you're busy. Chris says at work. He did say he was sorry he couldn't make it for the live stream and stuff like that because he is working tonight. But I was really hoping he'd take a 5-minute break, so which would turn into 15 for sure. But
who are those two guys? Where were we that day, Bernard?
Say that again.
On the picture.
Hang on, let me go to it. Oh yeah.
That's the one on the screen.
Yeah.
You guys were at Ken's place.
The dog's barking, and so it's like madness. That will be a blast. LOL. Huh. Yeah, I kind of recognize that. I think that looks like a basement. Might be a basement in St. Louis.
That's Daniel. That's Daniel's place, right?
You look very serious there, Lorne. Are you okay?
I think he's trying to hold you up.
I think I was tired from the day, Bernard. I think we took that picture at like 9:45.
That's our brush with fame, right?
It is.
The dude.
That was a fun time with the dude. Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. I really enjoyed St. Louis. I would go back to St. Louis next year for sure.
And there's the happiest moment I had from St. Louis. Me with Izzy.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That was fun. It's nice to get out to shows. It's nice to meet people. I mean, I think that, it's very easy to spend time in the basement modeling, and I like doing that. Don't do it.
What are you talking about, a basement? This is a shed.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. It's nice. It's nice to model, but it's also nice to get out and meet people and go rail fanning and go shopping. It's all fun.
St. Louis was a very, very cool event. I mean, 820 or 830 so people. Really fun time. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Met a handful of authors. That was awesome. People that have been writing books. The weathering book. All those guys were there. Bernard, that was really cool to meet Butch.
Yeah.
And and all of them. And a lot of that different manufacturing side of the business and a lot of different, cottage style businesses as well as mid-sized small market businesses. So really cool. So yeah. And the other thing too, Bernard, is there's no Train Fest this year.
Oh, Lauren, I gotta cut you off. Lauren. This awesome YouTuber who just come on here.
Look at that
Yeah.
hair. Look at the hair. Holy moly.
He made my night.
Yeah. You can tell I'm prepared, well prepared,
Oh, we all dress great for work, right?
I got an idea, Bernard. We can scan Chris, the rooster.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris likes that.
Do you have a nice farm
I
scene
got
that
a
you can
great
put me
scan
on?
of Chris. We got to figure out when we're putting that out, Chris.
Soon?
Yeah,
Maybe soon?
whatever you want.
Like within a week?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Everybody can buy them and pick them up at the event at OVR.
Exactly.
And he can sign the package. So that would be
Absolutely.
perfect. Chris, I just wanted you to come on because you've been to this event. You've done a meet and greet there. You had the big posters all done up and everything else. I want your point of view of what you think when you got there, walked around the store, seen the manufacturers, talked to the people, and you went home. All in 5 minutes.
I'll try because I should be working right now, but I don't think anybody I work with watches. Not you, just the whole train thing in general. But
I wouldn't watch me either. So,
well, I do want to thank you for having me on. These guys, these guys are the bread and butter of what makes this hobby so great. Lorne, he reaches out and he is so involved in the community in every way. And he's a big part of this, right? And I've been buying from OVR for a really long time, and the customer service is top notch. I don't look at these other places. I just my first go-to is always OVR. Bernard, I've been working with Bernard for a while now. He's awesome. I mention Bernard and mini prints all the time. Such a great dude. Hang out with him, talk to him, chat his ear off, make jokes. He's a great guy. And of course, everybody knows Sparky. He's great. And, it's just all these guys are awesome. You get to meet all of them and hang out with them all day. Last year, when you walk into OVR, you're overcome with so much joy. It is literally like being a kid in a candy store because you see all the bright colors, all the trains, all the rolling stock. The display cases are always full and clean. Just wow, you gotta make a list when you go because you're gonna forget something for sure. So
and don't make a list, just shop. Now, you mentioned his display cases there.
Yeah.
Are they that great?
Yeah. The pictures that Lorne was showing doesn't even do it justice. It's like window shopping, but you're inside. It's
40 feet of glass, Chris. 40 feet of glass.
Yeah, it's going to be the best 40 feet that you're ever going to see. Just, take your time, walk through, take it all in, just it's what you do. When you go there, you're going to go right to the cases and you're going to go right along and be like, I want that. You'll find things that you didn't even know you needed. And then you're going to be like, well, I guess I need to get that now too. So it happens. So
the one thing I really like about the OVR manufacturer meet and greet is what I call it, but it's the feeling of it being so hospitable and small, I guess is what I can say. It's not a small event by any means, but it feels small when you get there and you don't feel intimidated going up to a manufacturer and talking to them, just saying hi or asking what some people might think is a stupid question or anything. And they say stories from Sullivan or Mini Prince or anybody, but what do you think of meeting some of those guys? Like,
I've often spoke with the guys at Rapido. I know a lot of them on a first name basis. So going up and talking to them, the one thing that you can always expect as an answer is, well, I can't really tell you what's coming up. But I'll remember it down, or visit our website and leave a little email comment saying, I want to see you guys produce this. So don't feel offended if they don't give you the answer you want. Just be patient and just take it all in. Ask as many questions as you like. And they're very knowledgeable about their stuff. So, and I'm very excited for Bowser because I don't go down to the States as much as you guys, and for them to actually come up to Canada, I'm overcome with so much joy. I'm so excited. I love Bowser. So
Definitely something new for our area in
Mhm.
Ontario and stuff like that is meeting the manufacturers for sure. Normally it's a ma and pa type trains show you can buy from local vendors or whatever, or some of the hobby stores, brick and mortar and things like that. But manufacturers, you'd get maybe a couple of them out. Rapido was a big one in the Toronto one. Other than that, this doesn't happen. So Lorne has really gone over and above, as far as I'm concerned, to put something like this on and make it even better this year. So, and yeah, even Mini Prince is coming back. So,
and Intermountain, getting to meet Lorne, you'll have to remind me because I'm terrible with names.
Frank,
and his wife,
Maria, Dawn, Frank and Dawn.
Frank and Dawn, yeah. Very, very lovely couple. And last year, after hours, he shared a really nice story with us about the history of the cylindrical hoppers. You know, just wow. You know, you have to be there to experience it. You know, don't wait on this. I missed the very first year, unfortunately. I didn't plan for it. Same thing with Springfield last year. And here I was working at home while everyone's having fun. You know, you don't want to miss out. So make sure you're there.
Hey, Lorne.
Yes.
Do you want people to tell you that they're coming? Is there a place they should go for updated information? How do people keep in touch with you? Are you going to be sending emails out? How do people get sort of the latest, greatest news?
So every day since Sunday, we've been running a feature on our Facebook page. So facebook.com/OVRtrains on each of the guests that we have. So every day we have a blast. We also have an OVR Facebook event page, which will be posting updates, information on there. When you come to the show, there will be an informational kiosk, both for eat options as well as options for your spouse. As well as on the group page, we also have options for hotels and other accommodations.
So how do I convince my wife to come with me?
I can't, so good luck.
Here, my wife Sarah has all these cool cards up front, like the Barn Teak or Burning Kill. You drop me off here, and you come back and get me at 5 o'clock. I'm like a stray cat. Just put some water out and kitty, kitty, kitty. I'll come. Chris knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to get my wife out to a horse farm out there.
So, but I mean, like, you look at it and, like, you know what Chris said, Bowser hasn't been in Canada for a long time. That's huge. Rapido's going to have all their latest samples. Huge. Kevin Holland, never done a book signing or a meet and greet. He's going to be signing both the two Rapido books as well as any Morning Sun books. Really cool. He's got a wealth of knowledge on Canadian trains. Nick and Renee from ITLA. Awesome kits. Unbelievably awesome kits. Great stories. You got the Mother's Life that'll be there. You got the YouTube meter. You got the YouTubers. You got NMRA Canada. So if you want to join the NMRA, understand what it's about, getting connected, being involved, that's there. Goalie George from Soundtracks. Chris Palomares from Intermountain. Bernard from Mini Prince. Ben from Aurora. Claire from Silver. You can't walk away with a story from out Claire. What was that, Sparky?
No, I just look forward to seeing Chris again. He was at my meet and greet in Colorado. So,
yeah, Chris Palomares.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have OVR announcements for the day. And then there's going to be a couple static setups, one Historical Society, and then one or two more manufacturers will have static samples there too that were unable to attend.
So I do have one question for you, Lorne, with this event coming up September 16th. Do I have to bring money? Do I have to buy something if I show up?
No. If you want to come for the day and you want to just see the manufacturers and kind of have a day out, you're more than welcome to. There's no obligation to purchase. We don't operate. We're not that kind of business. I'd love for people to shop and buy. I mean, it does help towards the success of both the event and my company. But you also have the opportunity to have just a day out. So I encourage all.
I know myself, if I go into a store, I do feel obligated to buy something. But I just kind of wanted to throw that out there in case some people are making like a couple-hour drive, that if you just there to meet manufacturers, all good, and get you into the store, you're probably going to buy something anyway. So,
Ian,
now,
if you're
Chris,
in there and you're looking around, I mean, that's good too. But that's good too, Sparky.
So I'm thinking, Chris, if we could get mini prints to bring 30 of you and 30 of me, and we could have a little signing booth there.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah. Okay, Bernard, you got to start printing then.
All right.
You got a couple weeks. Get 30 of each of us, and we're good.
Well, you raise a good point. I mean, if anybody does want mini prints and they want to save the shipping and they know they're going for sure, I'm happy to bring them. Just email me and I'll give you a free shipping code so you don't pay shipping at checkout, and then I'll just bring them with me to the event. I'm not going to sell anything because it's not my event to sell. It's Lorne's event.
Oh, we'll sell the stuff.
Yeah, no, Lorne, you're buying from Lorne, but if you do want me to just be a passenger pigeon, then I'm happy to bring it with me.
Just need a magic marker.
A Sharpie or something.
Yeah.
Bernard, little layout, the mini layout.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, it's
cool.
coming. I just haven't. I'm not sure I've done anything in the last year on it, but I've got.
What have you been doing?
Oh yeah, I don't know. The years gone by quickly. I mean, I love the OVR event, Lorne, but it's a reminder that I've got these modules that the first module was made for the first event.
I remember that. That was your Gatineau style module.
Yeah, so I guess what I've got 12 days. Is that right? To do something to zhuzh it up a bit. All right. Holy moly, it's 12 days away.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The 12 Days to Water Valley event. That's huge.
Yeah.
Every day I grow even more excited.
This is is there a big countdown clock somewhere?
Of course.
Yep.
Every day someone's featured, and
that should be the first thing on the OVR website when you open up the page is a big clock ticking down.
Yeah, big countdown, exactly.
They'll crash my website. Please don't.
The D-Day clock. People could come and just watch it.
It's just something else to put on your plate there, Lorne.
Oh, hey, Lorne. Lorne, go look at the private chat. I sent you a question mark.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't. I'm probably, but I haven't formally announced it yet. It'll be in the event group page when I do that. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you heard it now, everyone. Check the event page because there's going to be announcements.
Yep. Rain or shine. So don't feel that worried if it rains. We have indoor. I hope everyone gets a dance in or two when the Polka King plays. I like a little bit of polka or kiss me polka or,
I'll pay to watch you dance.
Yeah.
Not right now. When we
Am I gonna have to scan a dance? Am I scanning a dancing Lorne?
And I'll pay while you dance to Roll Over a Barrel, the polka song. Roll over the barrel.
As long as somebody holds me up, why not?
Or seen him dance. Remember when you scanned him and we could make him dance as a little 3D rendering?
Oh yeah,
I did make him dance, didn't I?
He was twerking.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like super bad. It's like super bad with the intro there, Chris.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying they feel obligated to spend money, and that is one of the reasons why I threw that question out there. I know you're going to spend money. You get to OVR, you're going to look around. I'm telling you, floor to ceiling, guys. Well, higher than you can reach anyway. So ask for help if you need something off the top shelf, please. But you're going to buy something. It's guaranteed. But in saying that, you just want to meet manufacturers and stuff like that. Come out, hang out, talk to people, meet people. It is an event that you can do that.
So I see Dave Hughes asked a question. There isn't a food truck. I tried, Dave, but because of the airport show at the Tillsburg Airport, so we're going to probably do pizza and a pop. But there will be a list of food options if people want something different.
And for all the sticker guys, because I know the stickers are a huge thing with all of us.
yeah.
Yes, the sticker sharing. Yes, bring any sticker sharing you have going on. I know that's a big thing, the sticker trade. But going back to Sparky's comment, people don't feel obligated that you need to come there and spend money. It's a day to have out. It's a day to meet the manufacturers. Maybe it's the first time ever coming to OVR. Maybe it's something where you're coming out as the first time thinking about the hobby. It's a day out, and don't feel obligated. You know, we're part of this modeling community, and that's first and foremost.
Sorry, every once in a while I got to check on my trains, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. It's always great when they start going off the helix one by one car. So
we might have like a photo background where you could take a picture with any of your YouTube friends or some of the guests there. I know my wife Sarah was working on that. So definitely too. If you want to get a picture with me or something signed, or you want to get a picture with Princess Izzy, which last year was the mini print themed scan, which we did the for breast cancer awareness. So there'll be a special moment for that where we'll have a Canadian Breast Cancer Society person there to receive the check from the proceeds. So that's really cool, guys, and it means a lot to me. Yeah, and I mean, I'm excited.
So
I'm anxious, but excited.
I'm going to throw the link up in the chat. Sorry, Bernard. I'm going to throw the link up in the chat. If anybody wants to come up and ask anybody up here a question, go for it. Chris, do not feel obligated to stay. I appreciate you being here, but I know you're working. So stay as long as you can, bud. I love having you here. So,
well, I was gonna say my hens are clucking, so I gotta get back to the roost and back to the grind. But I appreciate you having me up, and I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you on the 16th and hang out, and even everybody in the chat, whoever's coming, come prepared for a good time. That's all I have to say. It's gonna be
look
good.
Look at that guy. He's just throwing the heat.
I'll bring your Mini Prince of the Month club with me and give it to you in person on the 16th.
Okay, sounds good. Wait, are you talking in code or?
No. Your Mini Prince of the Month club goes out on the 15th, so I'll bring it to you on the 16th and hand deliver it.
Okay, that's fair.
You get a box every month. Remember that sort of thing that I send you every month?
Yes. I think
that one.
Looks like this.
They're usually filled. I'll bring Sparky. I'll bring yours too.
All right. Well, again, guys, looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, we'll see you then.
and 30 mini go VR go home so he can sign the box.
Mm-hmm.
I want one of those then.
And thanks, to answer Forever DC 302, yes, I'm scanning at OVR. And there is a sign-up page, which I posted earlier, miniprints.com/OVR. So if you want to get scanned, you can sign up.
So final thoughts, guys, on going to the OVR meetup, September 16th, 37 Tilson Street, Tillsonburg, Ontario.
I guess I'll go. You've convinced me. I'll do it. I was on the fence.
I'm 95% there. Like I said, the only thing that's going to hold me back is if my boss will not give me the day off. So,
just give us his name and number. We'll take care of it for you.
Oh, can I kidnap you and you just get in the back of my van?
Sure.
We'll get you fired so you don't have to go to work.
Hey, I've watched a couple of videos on making YouTube full time.
Can we get you on stress leave for the day there, Sparky?
Oh, maybe.
Just show up wearing one of your wigs. I'll send you home pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I've done that at work actually.
Oh boy.
I did actually get written up for it too. I'm a bit of a rebel at work, but overtime's optional for sure. But my boss is also a very good friend of mine, and he hasn't been a white hat very long, maybe just over a year. So if he starts crying, I jump. So
I want to ask you some questions, Sparky, and this is going to be a real good thing because Bernard and I are on both sides of the coin, both being modelers and manufacturers to the hobby. What's the top 3 things that you're looking forward to in this event, or what have you enjoyed in the last 2 years, or what's the highlight for you for the day coming up, you think?
I think the biggest thing is a highlight for me is meeting the people, and everybody's going to say that it's the people. Getting there, because YouTube is personal. I've shown my face. You guys are showing your face. That's great. But all these people in the chat, I don't get to see their face. Now, I do the YouTube meet and greets. I do meet a lot of these people. But it is one of the main features of the event is when people come behind me and say, "Hey, you're Sparky." And I'm like, "Yes, I am." That's one of the biggest things. I love hanging out with Bernard. I love helping you out during the day. I think one of my biggest highlights of your get together is I like to show up early and help set up. Every time that I've been there, I've helped Rapido set up their little tent outside, get their booth set up, things like that. I've helped Sullivan set up. Mini Prints I haven't helped set up yet, but and like I said, ITLA's there. Love going through his stuff. But yeah, really helping you out during the event is something that just keeps me busy all day, and I love it. And then normally afterwards, guys will take off and maybe hit the rail yard and do some videos, pictures, drone footage, that kind of thing. So that's my 3 highlights of it, which last all day. So
I know the OBR kids love seeing you, Sparky. They always run after you and give you a big hug every time. Both Izzy and Theo.
Yep.
I know my girls have been killing it, so I know it's an exciting day for us, for a company and my staff. I know Hilda's been killing it with her loads, and I know that's going to be really cool to see the new loads that she has coming out for our next car. I think everyone's going to be really impressed with our 6,000 as well as our announcements for the day. I'm really thinking that's going to go over well. Bernard's got some exciting stuff. But I mean, I really feel like we got all reaches of the hobby. We've got the associations there. We've got up and coming manufacturers. We got established players. We got international players. We've got some of the modeling community via podcasts, YouTube, the modders groups, and we got people that care about the hobby. You got questions with your decoders and soundtracks, come see George. You got questions at ESU, go see Manny. You've got Sylvan there who will help you with any of your resin stuff. You got a beautiful amount of resources and a beautiful amount of hospitality in the hobby that is going to be available, and it just truly makes the day that much better.
One of the other things I'm kind of looking forward to is having the NMRA booth actually there, people representing them. And I know a lot of people in the chat go, "Oh, NMRA, we're just here because we like trains and stuff." And I've talked to Gordy personally and in live chats and in events and stuff like that. I've talked to a lot of people in the NMRA and what it's about, what it's turning into, and how they're changing the society, if I can say society that way. It's going to be awesome. And they're going in the right direction as far as I'm concerned. So it's nice to have them there too, making a representation in the Canadian Ontario aspect of it. So that part I kind of look forward to too, because I love talking to those guys and hanging out with them. So that's a bit of a sales pitch for that, becoming an NMRA member and stuff like that. But it's changing and it's becoming a lot better. And it's becoming more community involved than it is rural involved. So
it's modernizing.
Very much so. So it's I look forward to what they have to say to a lot of people too. So
yep.
Any more questions for me?
What's the favorite manufacturer or favorite model or sample you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, I like the idea of your pipe car loads or your pipe cars.
Yep.
Your new announcements are going to be awesome. I might be a little biased to that just because I've known you for so many years, and to see you turn into a manufacturer, which has always been a lifetime dream of yours. is I love standing behind you watching all that kind of stuff. So other than that, nope, sorry, Mini Prince, it's not you.
You don't want to hear poopy sounds?
Maybe later on, but no, ITLA, what he brings kit wise, and the thing that I like about all his kits is every one of them are interchangeable. So you can either build a house, just as an example, or you can build a background flat with it, or you can build just something that's 2 inches deep, or you can mix it with another kit that you buy. Like everything from Nick is, to me, amazing. And what you can do with a wood structure, painting it, weathering it, aging it, I think is so much better than Walters and plastic kits and stuff like that. So
I know Nick is working on some new kits. I don't know whether he's announcing them or when he's announcing them, but
He should have a couple of the signature series ones there.
yeah, because I've seen some of the stuff he's been working on, and it's there's some pretty neat stuff coming up. So it's
really
fun.
It can be big layout, small layout, shelf layout, customizable, depth. Hilda will have more loads coming out there, Crooked. She's working on more, so don't worry. I think the model that I'm really looking forward to myself personally is the Rapido GP9 Chop and Slug. They're going to have painted samples there. I think that's a Canadian iconic model in itself.
I'm going to need a bigger backpack. That's all I know.
There's going to be updated samples on the C637. So again, that's a locomotive that was all over the Great Lakes area in Conrail. Bowser has their amazing SD40 and their big Alco series, so they'll definitely updates on those lines. Lots of guys in Ontario and around love ESU. I think that's really great that they're there. We can talk about what they have coming. Sylvan has great boats, the container boat, the lake boats. The other thing I'm really looking forward to is having that intricate moment just to sit down and talk with George Ditka. A lot of people don't know George, but he's been one of the best modelers for the last 40 years in Ontario. And he is a hidden gem. And he is very nice. He's very personable. He's going to be talking about his book and the White River line. And it's going to be one of those experiences where, you know what, you can talk about it. And there's also going to be a couple guys there that are going to be showing how to do what basic weathering and also how-to weathering.
And I do have a thought there, Lorne. Sorry there, Bernard, but is there going to be an opportunity for each manufacturer to kind of give a speech or talk or have their little section or highlight of maybe 15 minutes? Because I know everybody can just walk around and do whatever they want, talk to manufacturers, but do you have it kind of set up that maybe Bernard can talk about some of his new products for 15 minutes, then go over to the author and he can talk about his books and such? Know what I mean?
I think he's frozen. Oh.
No, he's good.
Oh. You there?
Oh.
He just got slow on it. So.
Yeah, he froze.
It was a hard question. No, I just know through Amherst and stuff like that, they'll announce that, hey, Scale Train's got their big announcement coming. And then everybody knows enough to go over there in the next half hour type thing. So just
Sparky,
would do that. So
I can jump in on that while Lorne gets his stream sort of fixed or whatever. When I was in Texas, I did a clinic on figure painting. And I'm going to announce that and post it on my Wednesday. So I go live this Wednesday at 7. So I'm going to be sharing it. The clinic went really well. It was probably one of the best attended clinics.
Right on.
And yeah, there was a really good crowd. I got really good feedback from it. And since I'm doing the scans anyway, I've developed a few techniques for painting them that really get them to pop. So I'll talk about that on Wednesday night. And Lorne's going to be joining me Wednesday night for just 5 or 10 minutes to talk about this stuff. But if anyone wants to sort of watch it in advance between now and the 16th, I'll bring some of the supplies that I talk about with me in that clinic. and I'm not going to do a clinic or a presentation, but I'll definitely be happy to talk about, some of the techniques I've learned for figure painting to make them a little bit more, realistic. And it's kind of fun.
You're asking before my thing died there, Sparky. I'll probably do like a welcome thing right around 11:30, and just do like thank everybody there, let everybody know what's going on for the day, highlight a couple of each of the manufacturers.
Uh-oh.
Somebody must be live streaming a movie at Lorne's place. So
Yeah. Izzy's watching the Disney Channel.
yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm going to wait until Lorne gets set back up, but this might be a good opportunity for me anyway to slowly start thinking about dinner and maybe wrapping things up.
I've got work tomorrow, so there he is.
All right.
Popping.
I gotta
right.
kill this because I think someone is streaming in my house and killing my internet.
Yeah. We're just saying this might be the time to say goodnight.
After you answer the question.
What's the question?
Are they going to get their 15 minutes of fame during your show? You know how at Springfield they said, okay, Scale Trains has a big announcement. It's going to be at 10 o'clock, and they tell you that at 9:30. So everybody rushes over to Scale Trains. So
I think what I'll do is I'll schedule it accordingly once I kind of get a feel of the morning. But yes, I'll keep everybody. That way, everyone gets focused on each, and it's equal. I'm very much an equal part in that, and everyone coming there is an equal part in the success of the day, and it means a lot to me for everyone coming.
I'm looking forward to the authors actually too, because I do like the book side of the model railroad community and see what they have in store. So,
Sparky, I want to thank you for having me on tonight. It means a lot to definitely the modeling community that's watched this tonight or watched this the replay on all the mediums. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us both on our YouTube, on our Facebook, or give a call to the shop. And I hope to see lots of you guys on the 16th. Bernard, I will see you back on Wednesday, and keep checking in everybody daily on our Facebook and YouTube for updates as well as featurettes.
So facebook.com/OBR trains. Is that the best place to learn about
everything?
Everything? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks, Lorne, for coming and talking about the event and stuff like that. I know it's a huge event, and you're making it bigger every year. I just can't wait. I really can't. So
the classic line is someone asked last year, and they're like, "So when do you start planning for the next year event, Lorne?" And Martha's response is, "He already started planning the day of the current event."
Yep. That was the same answer Bernie gave me earlier on my other live stream too. It's like when you guys are doing these shows and stuff like that, it's not something you throw together in a week or a month. You're planning this the day of it goes. It's like, hey, you want to come back next year? Reaching out to other manufacturers, making it bigger, making it better. It's just not something that happens overnight. There's a lot of work involved. So I thank you very much for doing that. And like I said, these manufacturers haven't been in Canada in a long time. We don't see them, and you're bringing it all together and making this happen. So awesome on you, buddy.
It's going to be an awesome event. I can't wait. And I just realized it's 12
thank
days
you,
away.
Sparky.
Well, Frank Neer said that was my question too. I don't know what the question was, but
my internet's about ready to die.
Yeah, no worries. I'm pretty much going to call it anyway.
Sparky, my internet's about ready to die. I need to go. I will see you on Wednesday, Bernard, and thank you everybody again, and thank you, Sparky. Okay.
Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, everyone. See you then. Bye, Sparky.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that was talking about the OVR Trains event, September 16th. Lorne says it starts at 9 o'clock. I thought it started at 10, but hey, 9 o'clock is probably better. There's parking there for probably 150 cars. You're going to have a good time. Like he says, don't feel obligated to come and spend your money. Come and meet the manufacturers. I can almost guarantee 100% that you're going to spend some money, though, because OVR is a brick and mortar store packed to the tits with everything you need, no matter what it is. So, yes, bring money, but just bring the atmosphere. You're going to have a good time, and you will. I guarantee it. like I said, guys, put in the chat if you're planning on coming, just saying I'm coming. We can go from there, just so I can kind of get an idea too. I'm really hoping, I am 95% sure I'm going to make it. I'd love to meet you guys. My layout will be open to the general public that weekend. Just have to set it up somehow. So I don't know if we're going to go through Trackside Mike to do that, because I know a bunch of you guys are staying there and seeing his, or even if mine's on the books or not, doesn't matter. So all good. Air show for me is next weekend in London. It's the London International Air Show. I've got 4 seats open for that, guys. If anybody wants to go to the London Air Show, let me know. Just got to be at my place at 8:30 or in London by 9 so I can pick you up. I got room for 4 more people. Like I said, you buy a car spot at the London Air Show. I'm right on the runway, the red zone. So like I said, it'll be the wife and myself going on Sunday, September 10th. If anybody else wants to join me, send me an email, text message, anything like that, and we'll set something up. That'll be great. OVR train, September 16th, 9 o'clock in the morning. Tillsonburg, Ontario. Guys, if you're in the States, you do not need a passport to get here. Like they said, call the passport agency if you want, but I have already done that. You need a birth certificate and photo ID to come across the border. So you can spend the day up here and check it all out. It's going to be a great time. Lots of YouTubers going to be there, guys. It's just going to be awesome. That's all I can say. So the next show I'm going to go to is in Scranton, Pennsylvania, October 8th. Doors open at 9 o'clock. I'll be there the day before. You can get a hotel room there. You just call them up. It's at the Holiday Inn in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Let them know that you want to do the train show. The price for the room falls in half. That's going to be pretty cool. Like I said, the Great Northeast. I'm going to start that one again. The Great Northeast Model Train Show, Holiday Inn, Scranton, Pennsylvania, October 8th, 9 o'clock. I'll be there kind of as an official, unofficial door meet and greet type of guy. So if you spend your $5 to get in, that's all it is, guys, to get into that train show. I'll be one of the first hands that you can shake and welcome you in. Hot dogs and beer on tap. All right, cool. Last one I'm going to go to this year, guys, is the Timonium Train Show, October 14th and 15th. I've already got my room booked for that. Maryland State Fairgrounds, 2200 York Road in Timonium. That's always a great turnout. I know Raybo Bell is going to have a bit of a barbecue or a meet and greet at his place during that, so stay tuned to his channel. And I don't do the meet and greets for that one. That's all Raybo Bell. So one thing I can say to everybody, though, is if you want to do a meet and greet, I know Nathan asked me earlier today on my previous live stream how to go about getting started on one, and it's just like this is today. Meet and greet at OVR trains. What do? Well, there's a date set, a time set, and then you get the person on involved. So that was Lorne, OVR trains, also Bernard from Mini Prints. You get them up on a live stream, you talk about it, and you make people want to go and make people want to meet these people and make people want to meet everybody else that's going to be there. I say make people do that, but it's all based on the community and what you want to do, right? I want to meet all you guys. That's why I do meet and greets. That's why I go to these events that are out there, and OVR Trains is really going to be putting an awesome show on this year, September 16th. So I really hope to see all you guys there. Other than that, I've got nothing. Thanks very much for the super chats tonight, guys. That was awesome. Got 28 wigs or whatever it is. Got to wear 2 of them. So that's pretty cool. I almost forgot how to put them on when I first pulled one out of the box. And October 16th and 17th is Trackside Mike. So I believe I was at Sparky's in Colorado's great event. Yes, you were, sir. My events are always a whole weekend just because I travel so far to do it, right? So I can't travel to Colorado and do a 1-day event. Had to be 3. So, but you don't have to do that. It can be a 1-day thing. Not a big deal. So anyway, thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. I hope to see you guys all at all these train shows or at the air show. Like I said, OVR Trains, September 16th. Going to be an amazing meet and greet for manufacturers and people. And there's nothing else more I can say about it. So Scranton, Pennsylvania, October 8th, Holiday Inn. And then you got Timonium at the fairgrounds, October 14th and 15th. So hope to see you guys all there, all those dates. And until then, thanks very much for joining the live stream, your questions, and everything else. But hey, guys, I'll see you all there. All right. Bye for now. And great chatting with you. Bye for now. Bye.